13 over Tampa Bay, and a come from behind. Now, that's 2 weeks in a row they've done it, and this week the Stars were a little different. We're going to introduce them to you right now. We have quarterback Rick Neuheisel on your left, and wide receiver Al Williams on your right. Al, we'll talk to you first. You have USFL experience, as do the gentleman to your right here on different teams, though. You're in the NFL now, and you're really making the best of it. 10 catches for something like 180 yards in 2 games. You feel like you're really getting a chance to show your stuff?
Yes, the first game coming out, it was more of getting used to the offense and everybody getting used to each other. The second game, I felt so relaxed coming into this game, and come this Sunday, it's going to be even better.
And you looked at yesterday, too. We're going to take a look at that first half right now. Here's how yesterday's first half looked, and don't be dismayed because the first half doesn't end in our favor. Look at this. 24,000 Buccaneer fans brave the drizzly 38 yards to Al Williams, who will drop the ball for no apparent reason. And Tampa Bay recovers at the San Diego 28-yard line, a big break. Before Rick Neuheisel in as Charger quarterback now, it's Al Williams, a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch, 27 yards on the play. Last week, a little role reversal. Mike Kelly started, Rick Neuheisel came in. What did you think when you came in the second quarter?
Well, it was just my opportunity to maybe provide a spark similar to what Mike did for us last weekend. He picked me up when he needed to, and I was able to do the same for him this week.
Well, it sure worked because the second half was an entirely different ball game. Here's how that looked. Half opens with San Diego on the receiving end of the kickoff, and Neuheisel goes to work, hitting Holt on the swing pass for 11 yards. And the Charger brain trust did a good job of mixing the plays in the game, catching Tampa on this draw to Kevin Jenkins, who picks up 8 yards out near midfield. And Neuheisel, who had trouble getting going against Cincinnati last week, showed he can even avoid a blitz, scrambling here for 18 yards on third down to move deeper into Buccaneer waters. If you want to see a nice pass play, watch this one. Neuheisel and Al Williams team up here for a gain down the right side, 19 yards down to the Tampa Bay 15-yard line on a first down. And a few plays later, Gaffney gets another try. This one good from 27 yards out. No penalties this time. 10-3, Tampa Bay still leading by a touchdown. But the Charger defense seemed reignited by the score and rested by the long drive. They responded by stopping right cold here. Who gets free on the curl, 20-yard gain into Tampa Bay land, and San Diego brings back a play they haven't run since the strike, the option. Short to Williams, who makes a dandy move past Buccaneer Jeff George, scooting all the way down to the 4-yard line before being taken out of bounds. And from there, it was easy. Diego in possession. Williams continuing to shine as he moved left to right. Across the middle on the pass from Neuheisel, getting 12 of his 110 yards receiving on top of the AFC West. Must be a good feeling.
Well, anytime you're in first place, it's exactly where you want to be and you plan to be, so we're excited about it.
Yeah, you like playing this game, don't you? I can tell. One guy came up and just nailed you on that 118-yard pass, and you got right back up.
That's the name of the game, is to get back up and play the next down. Yep.
You look like you're playing it for the fun of it.
Oh, there's no question. All the guys who have come back and decided to play during the strike have done it because, I really believe, because of they love to play football. And I think if you watched our game or any game that has been on the last few weekends, you're seeing a lot of enthusiasm, and it's just been a lot of fun for all of us.
We're going to come back and talk with Rick and Al right after this commercial break and take some live phone calls at 237-6303. Stay with us. To talk to wide receiver Al Williams and quarterback Rick Neuheisel. The first call, I think, is for Rick, from a Rick in Oceanside.
Yeah, Rick, how do you feel about beating Dan South's passing percentage record, and should it stand?
82%, right?
Well, that's exciting. Anytime you have an individual accomplishment, you feel good about it. But what was important yesterday was that we got a win. And, we've had 2 road wins in a row. And I'm not interested in taking any of Dan's records. He's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. And I'm just interested in being here and being a part of the Chargers as they are right now, and hopefully being a part of a winning team. And so far we've done that.
Of course, now a lot of the fans know that you already hold a lot of these percentage records with UCLA and NCAA records. You've been doing this our whole career, haven't you?
I've had a lot of guys make a lot of good catches for me.
What is your average percentage? Do you know? Just
in college, it was 69%.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. So he's going to keep on doing it. He'll be around for a few more years. All right. Gary in La Mesa, you have a question for Mr. Williams.
Yeah, I sure do. When the strike's over, and you say that all the Chargers come back, and you don't have much of
You mean after this is all over, if I don't make the team?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, if I didn't make this team, I would basically just sit back for a couple months and figure out actually what I want to do. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be here in camp, but I really don't know what I would do at this moment in time. I think my chances are very good to be on some team when this is all over, even if the roster stays the same. So I'm just proud to be out here right now.
Well, I should say the Chargers coaches and front office and other people in the NFL have also said that what Al has been doing, and Rick as well, and the way they've shown this last couple of games and the way they'll probably wind up showing next week against the Raiders has really solidified their chances. They're looking at a real strong. In fact, we had a feature that we'll probably delay until next week because we're running out of time right now, talking about just those things. And there are 8 to 10 to 12 players right now that roster expansion or not will probably be somewhere in the NFL when this strike is all over. We do thank you for your telephone calls. We want to thank Al and Rick for joining us tonight. Before we go, we want to remind you that Rick Neuheisel and Al Williams are our Diamond Designs players of the game, and that means they'll each receive a gift certificate from Diamond Designs, San Diego's largest manufacturer and designer of fine jewelry, with 5 convenient locations all over San Diego County to serve you. And we'll come back, you'll have rings and you'll have necklaces and all kinds of watches, all kinds of great stuff. Good luck next week against the Raiders. He's already got his share. Against the Raiders, it's going to be a tough one, but you saw some things tonight I know that must have been encouraging to you, the way Denver handled them. And we'll be back next Monday night with the Chargers Report. Till then, I'm Bill Griffith. Be good to one another, and good night, everybody.
Williams, a 56-yarder. This is that pass coming up last week against the Chicago Blitz in snowy Chicago. Doug Williams, he'll be the keynote out of battle on offense for the
under Woody Woodenhofer. Putting it up again deep down this side, and that's Alphonso Williams. Are both out of bounds. He and the man back to Minifield protecting on the play. Alphonso Williams, number 41, a rookie out of Nevada Reno, got a 56-yard touchdown pass last week against the Blitz, and Woody Woodenhofer says Alphonso Williams is going to be a starter before this season goes along too far. He is good.
with 6 seconds to go. As the ball is released, the time on the clock expires, and Alphonso Williams goes up in the crowd and gets the Hail Mary. Again, he looks for Alphonso Williams. 53-yard gain down to the 2-yard line. That meant that Efren Herrera had a chip shot of 19.
And we got a break there at the end when the guy fumbled the ball. But again, we did, they got 2 big breaks in the first half to tie it up 14.
All year long. Off the timing pattern. Quarterback Doug Williams to Alphonso Williams, who stops, gets the football, and goes. 43-yard touchdown. Williams does a dance in the end zone that would make Billy White Shoes Johnson envious. Oh, yeah, do it. Alphonso. Oklahoma ball then late in the ball. The rally in the fourth quarter. They do it again on the timing pattern. Quarterback Doug Williams looking for his miracle man, as he calls him, Alphonso Williams, number 41, 43-yard touchdown play. Federal's lead is cut to 3. Then with less than a minute to go, it's Doug Williams again at quarterback for the driving Outlaws. As Doug Williams hits Alphonso Williams to make it a 7. As Doug Williams hits Alphonso Williams to make it a perked up offense. Quarterback Doug Williams threw a 2 TD pass.
Herschel Walker on offense, of course, for the New Jersey Generals. But let us not forget, there's a fellow by the name of Doug Williams, one-time #1 draft choice of the Tampa Bay Bucks, who plays quarterback for Arizona. It'll be interesting tonight. Who has not lost his coach here. By the way, the Outlaws have won here their last 7 games in a row, if you include the Western Conference playoff last year. In the ball game. It's wide right. And here's Doug Williams looking for Reggie Brown. He's got the first down, stepping out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Check that. That's Al Williams across the way. Doug Williams still with the ball. Doug Williams fires all by himself with Al Williams. Doug Williams still with the ball. Doug Williams fires all by himself with Al Williams. First down inside the 30-yard line. Put down by Jerry Holmes, the quarterback out of West Virginia. And Doug Williams must say, okay, Mr. Flutie, you're in town, but I live here.
Now look, one thing, Doug Williams will not scramble that much with the football. Now, he sees a little pressure, and watch. He'll just slide over to his left, and he's going to find his receiver open. When you have that much time, there really is not much you can do. On down.
Second down and short. Mark Catlin should be back for Frank Bush. Home sweet home for the Outlaws, as the Outlaws and last year's Wranglers, they've won their last 7 home games, 3 this year against L.A., Jacksonville, and Portland. Last year, the Western Conference Championship, L.A., Jacksonville, and Denver. At the end of the first quarter, here's Sun Devils.
Out to Wheeler.
Williams is to throw, looking, gets the ball away, and down goes the man, Al Williams, just as he was hit. John Preston hit him, but he picks up a first down near the 11-yard line.
And Al Williams said, well, I wish I'd have caught that pass when I was open, then I could run. Now they throw me a pass, I'm going to get killed by Daniels, number 25, or 24. Watch this shot right here. Bang, bang. Good night. Excuse me, that's John Preston, number 25. Nice catch, tuck the ball away, take the blow.
First down. By 10 points in the fourth quarter, only to have Flutie bring them back. Right now they're only down by 4, but there's a potential for more here at the end of the half.
Somebody better cover long coming out.
Second down. Going over to the corner now. Williams, touchdown. And Doug Williams had little or no trouble down in post this time.
He really did not, and he threw a perfect pass. There was just no chance to cover on that side. And Al Williams was right there. That ball was thrown perfectly. Outside, away for the touchdown. That was beautiful.
23-13 at the moment.
Now watch Doug Williams when he steps back now. The blocking, Reggie Brown gets a good block, but watch where the ball is thrown. Daniels has no chance. Al Williams right there, over his shoulder.
The ball, he would have outstanding statistics. As it is, he'll take that touchdown pass. 29 seconds to go in the half. It's 24-13, and it becomes obvious that if Doug the Magic Flutie is to have the team win, he's going to need some of that magic in the second half.
Well, that's 2 interceptions he's thrown tonight, Doug Flutie, and both of them throwing sidearm where the ball is not going exactly where he wants it to go, and he's carrying the ball back into the field part instead of keeping the ball away from the defenders. He's throwing it right back into him.
Now Williams in motion. Doug Williams looking for him out there, has him out there, and he's very close to the first down. The market has the first down across the 23-yard line. Very adjusted on the coverage, but Williams makes the catch.
And just throws the ball to Al Williams, who was in motion. Look, he's wide open on the...
First and 10. Doug Williams has time, goes up top. Foot race, and look at the touchdown field, and Al Williams does it again. Gary Justin, one of the best corners in the league, was right with him, and Doug Williams is having a great night.
He certainly is, and he laid that ball out there for Al Williams. But remember, Kerry Justin turned to look at the ball, and when he turns to look at the ball, look what happens to him. He loses the 2 steps that Al Williams picks up. Al Williams makes the catch. See, he's looking at the ball there, and you can't run forward looking backward.
A 53-yard pass play, the second of the night. The other by Doug. 1950, 55. First and 10. Doug Williams has time, goes up top. Foot race, and look at the touchdown field, and Al Williams does it again. Gary Justin, one of the best corners in the league, was right with him, and Doug Williams is having a great night.
He certainly is, and he laid that ball out there for Al Williams. But remember in the first half when I said how well Jerry Holmes played the receiver? This time, Kerry Justin turned to look at the ball. And when he turns to look at the ball, look what happens to him. He loses the 2 steps that Al Williams picks up. Al Williams makes the catch. See, he's looking at the ball there, and you can't run forward looking backward.
A 53-yard pass play, the second of the night. The other by Doug Flutie to Clarence Collins.
This was March 31st. Oklahoma trailed Houston 28-20 with seconds left in the Outlaws. Came back with 2 long passes to Alphonso Williams to pull it out in overtime.